Happy holidays! This is Megan McFadden from Mischievous Monsters. Today, Sabrina and I want to show you my new vegan cookbooks. I got 6 vegan cookbooks, 2 related to Christmas, and 4 just different cuisines. I'm not going to make any of these recipes because that's a lot of food for one person, so I'm just going to tell you the gist of how easy it is for people to understand, how practical it is to have in the kitchen. So the first book is Vegan Christmas. I like the cover, it's very festive and fun, and this looks delicious. It's very casual. It's kind of nice that he explains some basic things. Tofu is the first vegan protein people think of. This has a lot more non-traditional and casual recipes. It has ribs, tiramisu, gyros, pigs in a blanket. I'm going to read through one of the recipes, see how easy it is to understand. And I picked sweet cranberry glazed barbecue ribs. Every ingredient in this recipe is something you can easily find in the store. Besides the battle wheat gluten and chickpea flour, I would try to find a way to make it with wheat flour or like regular all-purpose flour instead of always just doing these weird little flours that most people don't have in your kitchen. So this is somewhat easy to comprehend and understand. I didn't know what blitz means. It probably means blend. The other vegan Christmas book I got is Vegan Christmas. Pretty traditional. Chocolate orange bundt cake recipe. It kind of does metrics, this stuff, but it says like 60 grams would be 2 ounces of maple syrup. We can't really weigh maple syrup that easily. The ingredients themselves, everything seems pretty easy to find. You don't have to use Dutch processed cocoa powder. You can just use regular cocoa powder. It's extremely easy to understand what she's saying. Someone who doesn't know how to cook can figure it out. The next cookbook is Vegan Asian, a cookbook. So this has Asian dishes from a few different countries. It has a whole huge section on preparing tofu. It's very descriptive on how to make every single recipe. It's nice to get a bigger explanation when you're not used to making certain foods on how to make it. So this is steamed chive and cabbage dumplings. Let's see if it's easy to understand. There are a few ingredients you don't have in your kitchen. This is an extremely easy recipe to understand. I don't fully get how to make dumplings, but with her explanation, I can figure it out. The next one is modern vegan baking. This is a huge section on all the cooking things she uses. A lot of cookbooks have a million pictures, and this like has none. So we got white chocolate mocha latte cupcakes. She has metric and imperial measurements. I don't fully get what high ratio solid vegetable shortening is, or dusting. My main disappointment is the fact I would like pictures in here of the recipe. The cookbook I was most anticipating was the Korean vegan. Look at this. Whoa, delicious right there. So she has a very good dictionary on different foods she uses. I love her pictures. Here's a tofu recipe she has, and I have no idea how to say it. Kapun tofu? The ingredients are pretty simple. The one thing I didn't know, it was in the glossary. Oh, it says you can use a Walker's skillet. About everything has a picture with it. It's not just a cookbook, it's the story of her life, of her heritage, and growing up. I really like this take on a cookbook. The last cookbook I have for you is Provecho. It has Mexican recipes. Ooh, different mushroom names. Never heard lion's mane before. Let's try reading through this recipe. It's devil shrimp, and they're using mushrooms. I don't have much complaints besides the fact that, like, it was talking about terms or, like, different types of chilies. I would just say pop up the stems of your chilies, both types of chilies. Like the Spanish names, I like that they're translated underneath. The people that don't know Spanish, the Korean vegan and Provecho did a fabulous job with their photography. The Korean vegan has some very realistic photos. You have a mess when you're making something. In Provecho, he's not trying too hard, it's just there. It's just good. Some of the other ones spent some time on it, but it looked a little forced. I like that this had a lot more recipes in it, but they used pictures to separate the sections, but I wish it would have had it just to have them in general. Some of these books were better than others at explaining imperial measurements versus metric. 90 milliliters or 30 fluid ounces of olive oil. usually don't measure things like this. We usually have a cup or a tablespoon. Provecho didn't have imperial and metric together. It's not going to tell you metric. Thanks for watching. Let me know what your favorite vegan cookbook is in the comments. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon with more Christmas blog posts and YouTube videos.